we can shift into that.
Hey gang, all of you out there watching this amazing scene above Palm Beach, on the northern beaches of Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, and welcome to this marvellous midday celebration of the life of Mr. Jack McCoy. He's an unrivaled character, Jack, and he's brought down to this beach today a really wide range of extremely eclectic people, including the two people I have here with me this afternoon, Mr. Mark Occhilupo and Mr. Gordon Merchant. And these two guys have had so much to do with Jack over the years that we thought it might be really nice to hear some of their stories of Jack and how he came to be the person he was when he passed away so recently. Now, I guess it might be a good idea to talk a little bit about Jack, about where he came from before he arrived here in Australia. Jack was actually born in Los Angeles. His family moved to Oahu, Hawaii, when Jack was around 9 years of age, because his dad, Jack McCoy Sr., was involved, guess what, in showbiz. And he decided that he wanted to give Hawaii a try, and he ended up being quite a well-known radio announcer. And in fact, if you watch the old school Hawaii 5-0, the one with Jack Lloyd in it, you will see Jack McCoy Sr. appearing in various episodes of that show. I don't know why there were so many Jacks around at that time, but like there were quite a few Jacks around apparently. Anyway, around 1970, Jack McCoy Sr. decided to move back to California, and at that time, Jack Jr. decided it was time to come down here to Australia and live down here with the rest of us. And pretty soon, before you knew it, he was starting to bump into people like Gordon. Gordon, can you remember the first time you met Jack?
Not particularly, but it was a burley, we were both surfing. And he's larger than life. You couldn't miss him. But that was kind of the start of our relationship, really.
Yeah. And were there many Americans in Australian surfing at the time?
There was quite a few Americans that had come to the Gold Coast during that time. There's some from the East Coast, some from all over the US, mainly the mainland. Jack was probably the only guy that came to live in Australia that was from Hawaii. But I think most of the Americans that came stayed. They're still there.
Yeah. And it was at a moment when Australian surfing was about to kind of take off, like the early 1970s. You've suddenly got surfers like Michael Peterson and Terry Fitzgerald and such like just shining on the global stage and bringing their skills back to Australian waters. And the beautiful surfboards of that era, which you had quite a bit to do with, Gordon, were really starting to kind of open up our ideas about what you could do in the water. And at the same time, surf photographers and cinematographers and media generally in surfing were really kind of like right there to try to capture it. And I guess that was kind of like Jack's mission that he came across at that time.
Yeah. There was obviously the design of surfboards has been quite an evolution, and people like George Greeno came to Australia, and he was a big influence. You had McTavish. There's quite a few guys that influenced surfboards over those years.
Yeah.
And there is, thank goodness that people did make videos of it, because it's kind of like the history of our surfing.
Yeah. Now, do you remember watching Jack's first really great surf movie, Tubular Swells? Do you remember that movie, Gordon?
I thought it was Stormriders, actually. I was trying to think back,
You remember that one?
Well, I remember going to, I think it was Stormriders, it was playing at the Opera House, and I caught the train from Cronulla, and I was only about 11 or 12 years old. I was with a few older mates, and I went and saw that movie at the Opera House, and it was the best thing I've ever seen. Like, that's what got me into surfing. I obviously hadn't met Jack yet, but was it Stormriders, right? Yeah. Tubular Swells, there could be a...
They just went in sequence, huh? Yeah.
He was making it with Dick Hoole on the Gold Coast, and they dragged me around there and go, "What do you think of this?" And I go, "Looks pretty good to me." But they had the unreal. Jack always had the unreal soundtracks, to back his movies up.
Yeah.
And he said, soundtracks are the emotion. So.
He sure did have the good music, but then the whole audience would just be hooting, you'd see Sean Thompson in the barrel of Backdoor or Rabbit or MR or whoever it was. It was just timeless, and it still is. You got to watch those movies. Tubular Swells, Stormriders. What else was there, Gordon?
I don't know if
that was about the main two, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They were the main two at that time, for sure. The thing that used to strike me about them, especially Stormriders, because I saw Tubular Swells and I was like, whoa, this is nuts, right? Yeah. And then a bit older, by the time I saw Stormriders, I thought, I knew Joe and Thornton really well, and I was far out, they'll be in the movie, this is going to be sick, right? And the thing that struck me about that movie was that it belonged in a cinema, right? It belonged on the big screen. You had to see it in the Opera House, like you did, right? It was a big thing. Jack's vision for this stuff was always really big. He was not contained.
It looks so much better on the big screen surfing, those beautiful barrels. I mean, it was Joe Ingle and Thornton Philander at Nias.
Yeah, right. How's Nias changed since those days?
Since the earthquake.
Yeah.
It's a different wave.
That whole shelf moved.
Yeah. And it opened that place up, and I know people kind of worry about that with exposure and all that, but think about all the people who've had epic waves there since then,
Well, I just watched the contest there. It's insane barrel. Yeah, it's amazing.
So that's a door Jack opened in a way, right? Yeah. To that experience of surfing for people. Can you remember meeting him for the first time? What was your impression of Jack when you first met him?
Like Gordon said, larger than life for sure. You know, Jack was, oh man, I think I got sent to the West. Would I have got sent to the West to meet Jack the first time? Or it could have been on the Gold Coast actually, because he actually lived at Fingal Head for a while, so I would have met him then. He lived at Fingal, right?
Yeah.
For a while. And when Gordon got me up to the Gold Coast, I would have been about 15, 16. I could have met him around then, but I more remember him when I first started working with him, when Gordon, the first movie he done for you was, I'd like to say Bunyip Dreaming.
Bunyip Dreaming.
Yeah. And that was the sequence of Munga at, I shouldn't probably name names. Everyone's in Western Australia going, don't name it.
Yeah.
But the right hander and the music was just unbelievable. And
Ronnie Burns.
And Ronnie Burns, you know, and the guys from Hawaii. He had David Cantrell come out.
Were you and Ronnie Burns surfing your union?
Yeah, we went to Reunion. We did.
The sharkiest place in the world.
Well, it is now, but.
Well, back then you didn't worry about it.
Back then there was no sharks, I don't know. I dare say that, yeah, I mean, and then, you know, and then we done the challenges, you know, like up at Gordon and Jack and Rabbit had the idea to do those challenges where we got Kelly Slater and Rob Machado to come. And
Sonny and
Johnny Boy
Gomes, Sonny Garcia. And
insane.
And Jack was just like filming, you know, he had cameramen and Jack was in and out of the water, just shooting so many angles. I mean,
now
when Sonny Garcia drove up to Nauru from Perth, right, it's normally a 9-hour drive. He did it in 6. He got there, and they were a hire car. I think there was an Avis hire car that he had that we'd organised for him, right? And he drives across, and he'd hit some rock, and it cracked underneath the sump on the motor.
Yeah.
It was draining oil out. By the time he got there, the thing was just making so much radical noises. Jack had the whole camp set up, and there was no surf. There was no surf when he arrived, right? So he left, he went back to Perth.
No, he was going back to Carnarvon and that, but his car was just...
Shot the bits.
I think he lost early in his car. He just done donuts out there in the car. Pieces of the car would have fallen off. That was funny.
I got a call from Avis. It wasn't pleasant.
Now, Gordon, there were a lot of talented people around surfing at that time. A lot of people you could have worked with. What made Jack special for you?
Like the first one we ever did was with Tim and Filthy Habits. It was me and Bob Hurley did Filthy Habits with Tim and
Right.
And then Tim went, you know, we parted ways. And then I didn't think of Jack because Jack was working with Quick.
Yeah.
And then they had a fallout, and I went, Jack, you're with me, you know. So that was it. I grabbed him. Let's work together.
Yeah.
So and I gave him pretty much open book. Go for it, Jack. Just do your thing.
Yeah.
I just backed him all the way, really.
And he never really let you down, huh?
No,
he never did.
No.
What he came out with was just, I mean, you only have to look at, you know, for those videos, Bunyip Dreaming, Green Iguana, then the Desert Challenge, and we've done other challenges. We've done one in Jeffreys Bay.
Yeah, and one down the south coast here, right?
South coast, they're all, I think it's on Vimeo, right, that you can see Jack's videos if you haven't seen them already.
I'm sure you'll...
Some platform, we've got to plug that. I think it's Vimeo.
Yeah.
That's correct, right? Yeah, so it doesn't cost much, and you can see, I mean, I wanted to, just to mention that.
Yeah. And you'd probably be able to find your way onto Vimeo from Jack's site, the Jack McCoy Aloha Foundation.
Oh, the Green Room, yeah.
The Green Room, there you go. Right. And there's just a little prompt for everyone. If you're out there and you're thinking about Jack right now, you know, and you feel like donating something in his name to something, his preferred charity was Surfers for Climate. He also was very approving of the Surfrider Foundation. And then there's his very own foundation, the Jack McCoy Aloha Foundation. We'll be talking possibly with Indiana, his daughter, about that in a little while and exactly what that means. But
Indy though, and she was, I don't know.
is she around?
She's pretty upset. Just the emotions coming over with seeing everyone at once.
Oh
It's
yeah.
so big for her. So
Yeah.
hopefully she comes.
We'll see if that happens.
The paddle out's going to be epic. It's a beautiful day.
Hopefully everything happens really well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it will. Like,
Yeah.
and again, there's an amazing like a range of characters here, huh? Like,
So
I've
crazy.
got Morris Cole looking up.
Oh no, well, we
Nothing
got to
can
talk
go
about
wrong.
Morris. Like I actually picked up Joe Perry and Gidge, her daughter, and the partner of Steve Perry, who was really close to Jack. There was Steve Perry, Jack McCoy, Morris Cole. Like they all used to live down in Torquay, and like the story came about that Jack had a skiing accident and at Mount Buller, and the T-bar hit him in the head, and he lost his memory. He had. And Gordon, you remember this? I was a grommet at this time. I only heard the story, but it got rehashed today. He completely lost his memory.
I had to
for a long
reintroduce
time.
myself to it.
Everyone had to reintroduce themselves to Jack, and then Morris said he had to tell him, "This is what you do. You're a filmer," and go down the beach and say, "This is what you do." Jack learned how to everything again, and became even bigger than he was. That's just a part that people might not know. You know, see, like. Jack was so good when Steve Perry, we lost him about 2 years ago, and Jack, they had a deal because they both got diagnosed with a sickness, and they said whoever goes first, we're going to come and hang. And Jack came down to Steve's house and hung with him the last 2 weeks of his life, and played music, told stories, and made it a whole happy place. And
So yeah, the first
hopefully
segment,
same vice versa, but
we
that gives me goosebumps
just
to
make
say
sure
that.
you guys are on
But,
the
that's
same.
what kind of a guy Jack was. He was so spiritual.
Yep. So we'll play the
Time
Surfriders
I
clip.
went with him somewhere, like the ocean was just turned perfect, and you know, if it was in Sumba, just me and him solo, or if it was in WA or Hawaii, especially, where there's a lot of mana there, and Jack he was like a fish. He could swim in huge waves. He could stay there filming. If you got paddled away too far from him, you'd get in trouble. You know, but he was a perfectionist, and he was incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot of the underwater footage that he took back in those days was amazing. It was really ground setting of what was to come.
He had the biggest long arms, and like he was
a
the
big boy.
biggest long legs with flippers. You just could not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that machine thing.
Oh, then he got the machine.
Just to
I
pull him
never-
along underwater.
I'd never, yeah. He was using that at Chopper. And
Yeah, true. Yeah, you're all good. Yeah.
and these are all Jack's little grandchildren here.
that's right. The whole family's here. As you can imagine, the extended family. You know, dozens of people who work with Jack in different areas. Like, he always had a lot of really great kind of people working around him. Like, he had that fantastic editor, Kelly Ceramic.
Kelly's here.
Just amazing.
Kelly,
There,
yes.
just worked like amazing magic with Jack's footage and really turned it into stories.
It really did. He had the best team. You
yeah.
know, like he just drew those kind of people in, and
He did, and like sometimes I wonder if like he drew them in because he himself was really like annoying and uncompromising, and sometimes quite hard to work with because he'd be like insistent on this, you know, it had to be this way.
It was his way or the highway, I'm telling you.
But that's how you get results, hey?
Yeah, that's right.
In film, like any kind of like creative endeavour, you've got to be full on and commit yourself.
You've got to be obsessed.
Yeah, very much so. Again, you can see the paddle out crews slowly beginning to assemble themselves. The smoking ceremony going on behind us right here as everybody like prepares themselves for what will no doubt be an emotional time in the water. It's going to be a wacky one. I know you guys are coming out, right?
yeah, coming out for sure. My boards, my wetsuits turned the right way in, the right way out. Sorry.
Fantastic.
My board's got the fins in there.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
I'm going to give away my board. Actually, I'm going to give it to the auction and to raise money for Jack for the climate change and that. I'm right into that too. Surfrider Foundation, and hopefully the money goes that way or whichever way. You know, I'm going to sign it. So if you want to bid for it after this, I think we're going to do that at Monavale Hotel. It's a board I rode recently in Fiji, and you know, we made a clip and with Billabong, and we fully paid homage to Jack and kind of.
I think also Jack's other favourite was Heart to Heart Hug. So can I get everybody?
Sorry guys, skid on. Hey, can you pass me that jacket?
I'm on the rocks.
Just con.
Why don't run over somebody? Probably your mate.
Guys in the RV, you try and take a little bit further down. Just holler around.
Excuse me! Hey!
that you're gonna meet me at the Green Iguana. Open door, walk right in. I'll fit you right inside my skin. You see a cloud, I see a rainbow. We're both looking out the same window. See the clouds are drifting by, full moon rising with the tide.
Look at their backs to us, it sucks. You know what?
Yeah. Where do you want to go? You want to be on the other side of them? On the other side of that, mate.
Join into the circle, everybody. Those on the southern edge,
sorry, mate.
make your way around.
Just go around, just circle around. Just circle around that way. I'm going to film.
Plenty of time.
Okay.
Make sure you can join hands. Bring yourselves towards each other. Unify the circle, everybody. Unify the circle. Those on the southern edge, come around to the northern edge if you can. It's a great gathering on the southern edge.
No, we need to get a speaker on here.
Keep moving around the circle, please.
How close to that do you want to go now?
Around the circle.
Brady, let's get him on here. I need him on here. Guy with the speakers, a pull up. We need to try and get him on here.
Yeah. All right.
Brady, you're going to jump on here, man.
Let's move it on around.
I need you on here.
I'm going to build it up on the western edge, on the western and the northern edge. Come on, everybody. Join it up. Wake up, Australia. Let's move it on around.
I'll take the duckers. Hang on.
Okay, everybody, let's move towards each other. Mate, those on the southern edge, wake up, Australia, move it on around. Okay, everyone. Okay. Get yourself a hand. Join hands.
Trying to do this.
Join hands in the spirit. Nice work. Keep bringing it around, guys. Bring it around.
Put it there. What do you get? Yeah, no, you're right.
Come on, guys.
Now, where do you
Bring
want
it in.
No, just here. I need Scotty on the ditch.
Okay. Yeah, I think everybody.
We're all joined now.
Okay, everybody, get a hold of a hand. Join in. Here for Jack. All right. Let us see those hands together. This takes a bit of patience, a bit of time. Slowly join the circle, guys. Wow, we're getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there. Slowly but surely. Okay, we got a few people around the edges here. Down on the western edge. The wind's blowing the flotilla into the western edge. Let's get going, guys.
We need to start up.
Okay.
Goldo, the great. You two legs, I'll catch up with you. Hey? Flying home tonight? You going to Mona Bar?
So, If anyone from there can just pop around at this side, just bring it in and fill in the circle. Thank you. And Jack's sending in a nice set. Thank you, Jack. Wake us up, Jack. Thank you. How are we looking? Have we got some hands joined? Okay, everybody. As we gather, as we join hands, keep moving towards each other. This is a moving entity. Stay with it. Okay. All right, everybody. Keep moving towards each other. Keep moving towards each other. And come together. And in a few moments, I'm going to say a few words to direct our thoughts, minds, feelings towards the spirit of Jack. Once we get all our hands together, it's looking very close. Bring it in together. Bring it in, guys. Bring it in. Use your arms. Use your efforts. Come together. For Jack. Okay, everybody. Now, as in the spirit of Jack, I'd love to see us all together right now. You can feel him. Get a sense of your breath. For those who are with us right now, bring that breath together. Here we go. Looks like we've got it. Okay, everybody. Coming in hot. Okay, everybody. Just in this moment, and I'll get everyone's attention. Come on in, Ock. We love you, mate. And I know Jack would love to be here. So, firstly, in this moment, I want to just take a moment just to be silent, just to be with one another, holding hands together.
Up and reverse back a bit if we can, just to keep
Just
it
take a
anchored.
moment.
So we're all trying to stick still, yeah.
Ooh, stillness,
Yeah, good.
remembrance of Jack. And in the next breath, take a nice deep breath. Bring it in. And then say one big ha. Go ha. And we'll do another big ha. And we'll do another big ha. Let it out. And we're going to follow in with 3 big alohas. Okay? So we're going to bring aloha together. 3 big alohas. Then we're going to splash the center of the circle. Here we go. Okay. 3 times aloha with me to Jack. Aloha. 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 Yeah. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, everyone. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. We love you, Uncle Jack. We love you, Jack. We love you. Woo! Understanding and fellowship right there.
Oh my God.
What do you drop there, Tim?
Who's got to fuck this thing?
Get him on there, come on, go live on it. There you're on.
Sweet, mate, I'm on. Done? Hey? Yes, camera, and it's like it just got started to land most of the camera head, but you know, it should be good.
Sick, thank you. Fuck yeah, dog. That's so sick.
You want to go anywhere now?
Just head in. Pub.
Start up when I get out. Yeah, all good. So many people. When I'm coming out, I was seeing people swimming up the back of the truck.
Yeah. Let's get in.
Beach?
Yeah, back in the corner, please.
Just get out of here.
Oh, there's a bit of sand there, eh? A bit of sand, like by the rock. How long are you going to kick around for? Oh, in general, a couple of days. Yup.
Yeah.
No worries.
Looks bad when you have a bonnet ornament. Well, that's dozen times with our boats, because ours have got some away on it.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be driving up the beach and people run up like that, literally point to the bonnet, take photos while you're driving along.
And it's just like being in another world, and it's up above, it's windy and choppy and the sun, and when you're down there it's like you leave your your surface cares behind and you go under and just you're in another world. The silence and the beauty is just it's awesome.
The second wave was ridiculous because it was even bigger.
I believe that surfing is a spiritual dream. It's extremely peaceful. Nothing else matters but that place and time. Everything is non-existent but that moment.
It all kind of came together. It was ride of a life.
Hey Jack, Paul here. Congratulations on this fantastic award. You deserve it. You're the man. Well, you're one of the men, but I love you. Thanks for being a friend, and have a great evening and enjoy this beautiful award. Yeah, man.
Well, if it wasn't for the fact that I dragged Jack McCoy with me to Australia 55 years ago, he wouldn't be getting what he's getting today. So I want to say congratulations to Jack. I'm really proud of you. We love you, and nobody deserves it more than you. Aloha.
G'day Jack, congratulations on your service to the industry award, mate. So richly deserved and about bloody time. The way that you've captured the world through your lens is incredibly inspiring, and you've left the world in a better place. Keep sharing the Aloha spirit, mate. We love you. Congratulations.
Jack was working with Randy Rurick showing surfing films from McGilvray Freeman Films. I was sanding and glassing with Randy, and didn't take me long to figure out that they were having more fun and making a whole lot more money than I was. So we changed direction, and the rest is history. I'm his biggest fan, along with thousands of other appreciative members of the Australian surf audience.
In 1973, Jack McCoy said take Wayne Lynch to Bali because he hasn't been in any movies because of the draft. For my film On Any Warning, Jack thought if Mex can make a surf movie, his film would be fantastic.
Takes a special individual to stand on a beach while all of us are out there having a lot of fun, but not only standing on the beach, but you've swum out into the impact zone to record the beauty and the beast. You've left us a great legacy of work that for generations to come, people will appreciate it.
We just want to say a huge thank you for all the time and effort you've put into preserving surf history, bringing us the films and the stories we absolutely love. Enjoy tonight, mate. You deserve every moment. Congratulations.
Lifetime Achievement Award to Jack McCoy. I couldn't think of a better person in the whole surf industry to receive such an honour. Congratulations, Jack.
A massive congratulations, Jack, on your Lifetime Achievement Award. So well deserved. Proud to have worked with you all over the world for many years on all the Billabong movies, Bunyip Dreaming, Sick Joy, Green Iguana, the Billabong Challenges. So really enjoy what you've achieved in this award. You're well deserved, man. Love you. Take care.
I think it's about time, after 55 years living here in Australia, that you get recognised, you get formally recognised for your contribution to the Australian surfing culture and the global surf culture.
Just want to say congratulations for this great achievement that you so deserve, and we've been mates for over 50 years. You enjoy it, mate.
Hey, aloha Jack, it's Jack, and sending lots of love from Hawaii. Congratulations on the big award. Thanks for giving me my first water housing years ago, and thanks for all the inspiration over the years to all of us. We all love you. Aloha.
Hi guys, BL here, sending my respect to one of the uncles of Aloha who always brings the stoke with him, Jack McCoy. Congratulations, brother, on a life well spent, dedicated to the craft of riding waves, riding boards and sharing stoke. You've done an incredible job. That's celebratory for you. What a privilege it's been, mate. Congratulations, you are the best.
Hey Jack, back here in Brookie. Service to the industry. Yes, I can see that. You've done many wonderful things, covering our wonderful sport, recreation, pastime, lifestyle of surfing. Congratulations, have a great night. Aloha.
Congratulations, Jack, for the amazing body of work of your life that you've done and expanded the whole film surfing industry and explaining how beautiful, natural, and how magic our world of surfing is. Thank you very much.
He strode into the Trax office in the early 1970s. A big, strong fellow with a gift of the gab. His father was an American radio announcer. He regaled us with his stories, like being tied to the end of a pool with a rope, then having to swim flat out for 20 minutes to increase his strength and stamina. He combined this fitness with his skill in the ocean to become a water cameraman. In the days before GoPros, he wrestled heavy 16mm film cameras in waterproof housing through the strongest rips and challenging conditions, taking us out there on the water with surfing's elite so the audience could experience riding the biggest waves and the hollowest tubes on the planet. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition from your peers.
Two paths, one journey. I'm proud and thankful to have been a part of it, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. No plastic, please. Please, no plastic.
Aloha. My name is Jack McCoy, and I have a real issue with plastic bags and bottles. I believe that those particular items are killing the world, and we can do something about it. What I'd like to encourage you to do is to recycle everything that you get in the way of plastic, but more so try and eliminate and lessen your use of plastic. It's real easy when you go to the store to just get a carry bag that brings you things home and you can reuse it over and over again. And as far as the plastic bottles are concerned, just carry a stainless steel bottle with you, like I do, and just refill it up. That way you'll be helping save the planet and looking after things in a very, very positive way for the future. Thanks very much, and aloha.
Mago, ma là, chiamerà il presto, ma guarda di paus, roba mago. Uga mago. Chiamerà le grande bacon.
In your lifetime, you've got to be, or you want to be, and you're depriving yourself if you're not a surfer and surfing good waves. There's a lot of them around, you just got to find them, and that's what I had the opportunity to work at the same time, like for Billabong, and go with Jack and make these movies.
After the success of Bunyip Dreaming, Gordon Merchant asked me if I knew anywhere that I could take Hawk to go get a sequence of him. And I knew a spot in Indo that had this absolutely perfect left-hander. I think it's the best footage I've ever shot of him.
Yeah, those days, making the green iguana, and that was just some of the best, times of my life, just surfing such perfect waves and getting it on film in the best way possible was, just perfect.